Good evening, everyone. My name is Cody Jensen, and today I'm going to talk with you about how the United States will be able to keep up fire management in light of another high risk fire season. We will be talking about things like the restoration process of the great outdoors, being prepared for when fire occurs, and fire response teams. The restoration process is a very complex process. According to the United States Fire Service, this is also the foundation of preventing wildfires. Um, they say that climate change, the growth of new communities, or even old communities grown bigger, growing out, and the buildup of flammable vegetation have made managing fires that much more riskier and complex compared to past years. This is why the restoration process is so important. Dave Kinzer, a logger from South Dakota who works primarily with property restoration, says there are many things that can be done within the process, such as managing the land. You should cut your grass and bag it to about 3 inches, and this is vital because it's the main fuel source for wildfires. It's what helps it truly, really spread because it's usually dried out. Also, trimming branches up to 15 feet off the ground and cleaning up dried out and dead vegetation will reduce overcrowding and reduce the fuel the fire also use to spread and grow bigger. Um, by trimming the branches off at roughly 15 feet, you're preventing the flames, small flames from the grass fires to get up into the trees, and which is also very vital. If you could keep it out of the trees, you're doing pretty good. These are just some things people within the communities can do to help. Professionals who have been properly trained can also use fire to fight fire within the restoration process. This is called prescribed fire or a controlled fire. A prescribed fire, they have many advantages. They reduce hazardous fuels, that it also returns nutrients into the soil and promotes new growth of new vegetation, which is also very vital for the outdoors. Um, Now, how can we better be prepared for fires when they occur? First and most importantly, have a well known plan within your home. And if it's at all possible, have a well known plan within your whole community, especially if you're in a high fire area or zone. You want to be able to get yourself to safety and, most importantly, notify the authorities as quickly as possible. The Red Cross says it is also important to have proper communication, which I just talked about, but outside outside of that, you must also have proper supplies in case you need to evacuate. You just don't want to get up and leave and have nothing to live off of because you may not know where you're going to end up. If you have a high fire risk area, pay attention to the air quality at all times and try to stay up to date on weather conditions and emergency information. You could find this information on your local news channel, newspapers, or even the radio. If at any time any of you feel you need more information or direction to be more prepared, you can visit the Red Cross at www.redcross.com. They will provide you all the information you will need. Um, Very important if you're not sure exactly what to do in your area or what kind of supplies you think you'll need, I would definitely look into it. It all comes down to everyone playing their part. Uh, if you properly do what you're supposed to do, it helps save lives, homes, the wildlife, and make the jobs of the response teams that much easier. The response teams consist of many different professions, from firefighters, medics, aviation, volunteers, and even the National Guard in some cases. One case I found convenient was the 2011 wildfire in Texas. Wyoming actually sent aid to the fire with their Air National Guard. Fox Fox News stated at the time that Wyoming's MAFFS-2, which is the aircraft they sent over to Texas, is capable of dispensing 3,000 gallons of fire retardant per load. Now that's a pretty impressive aircraft, if you ask me. All these different people with different backgrounds come together to put their lives on the line to execute a well organized plan to protect people like you and me, our homes and possessions, the wildlife, and much more. Today I talked with you about how the United States can upkeep fire management in light of another high risk fire season. Now my question for all of you is, are you well prepared in case a large fire hits your town or area?